Hello everybody, this is Stanley J. Targos III. I'm here to talk about what is ResponsAble. I thought about it as I was putting together the channel, and what we've been doing for the last couple of years has all been about responsible solutions. I love the idea of responsible because responsible is a buzzword. But as I thought about it, what really makes sense to me is ResponsAble. Am I able to respond to something? Am I able to respond to what the need is? Do I have the ability to take action? Responsible means I'm going to follow through and I'm going to do things in a certain way. ResponsAble means I have the capability to do it. And the ResponsAble solution is all about that. No matter what we're dealing with, no matter what comes our way, no matter what passes across our path, do we have the ability to solve it? Do we have the ability to make it work? Do we have the ability to be a benefit to ourselves without getting derailed? Do we have the ability to do anything? Sometimes you don't, but a lot of times we do. And if we plan on our strategy and our solution as having the ability to handle whatever comes across our path, that's the responsibility that we're looking for. So when we talk about money and cash flow and kids and life and college and debt and home improvements and vacations and health, all of those things require different abilities to manage the issue that comes across your vision or that you're going up against. We talk about speed bumps, right? Do you want that speed bump to be something that derails your vehicle and creates a catastrophe or causes your car to be totaled? No way. You want to handle that speed bump with grace. That's what responsibility does. Gives us the ability to handle life speed bumps with grace. I want the security to know that just because something's not comfortable doesn't mean I have to change my identity to adapt to something that goes against my conscience. God gave me a conscience, and I don't want to bend my conscience to meet anyone's needs. I never want to have to lose sleep at night over what we're doing. And I never want to have to lose sleep at night wondering, do I have the ability to handle what comes across my path? And when you're just getting started out, you might not be sitting on $1 million of cash and $10 million in another account and 16 Bitcoins or whatever the world tells you you need. But if we have the ability to grow so that our response can handle more as time goes on, that's exactly what we want. So when we get into managing cash flow and managing situations and taking the emotion out of it, not listening to the timeline for other people's vision on my life, but applying what's right for me and my family on my timeline and letting me and my family be the center of the strategy for the solution instead of the bank, Sally Mae, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, my parents' financial professional, the person at the church who tells me I need to have a certain debt snowball that cut up my credit cards and freeze everything and start with $1,000 fund and only pay cash for things. That might work for them, but I want to make sure it works for you. And the responsibility is what we're going to be discussing over this whole channel. The responsibility to have extra income coming in if you need to. The responsibility to take care of a debt. The responsibility to go through a season where you have a lot of debt because that's just the season. My wife and I moved 10, 15 years ago, 10, 12 years ago, in the midst of having 3 kids in 5 years, moved twice, changed offices, bought 2 cars, had to update the house, put insulation in, do all of those. There's a season where we had enormous debt. Over time, we had the responsibility to make changes to work our way out of that debt, even to the point where we had to sell our house and change things because it was just more than what we needed. It was more than we could handle. And that's humbling to think, man, I have all of this, now I'm going to back it down a little bit, but that's my ability to look at things with different perspective today that I didn't have back then. When I'm using my God-given skills and talents to honor Him, I don't have to worry about what the Joneses are doing. I can do what's right for me and my family. And I can have the peace, contentment, happiness, joy, goodness, and discipline to make it happen. Now, I got to pray for those things on a regular basis just like everybody else. And we have to have people help us bring our emotional level down. That's why I get discipled with Bob or Bill or Jeff or Jermaine or Nicholas or any number of people. I want to have the responsibility to serve God and to be a benefit to the people I meet and serve my family. That's really the goal. So no matter what we're coming across, whether it's a season of debt, whether it's a lifestyle that we're just finally trying to correct, whether it's changing the direction not only for us, but for our kids and our kids' kids. That's the beauty. It's the responsibility to make a change, to have a ripple effect that doesn't just affect me, but affects generations. Forever debt-free is not about debt-free to start at zero. It's about the responsibility to become debt-free while building a savings account so that you don't have to repeat the cycle. It's the responsibility to take care of myself in the future so I don't have to be a burden to my family. It's the responsibility to honor my temple so that my health doesn't get derailed based on my poor decisions. It's the responsibility to be a community resource to everyone I meet. It's a responsibility to give what's been freely given to me. That's what we really want. That's why the ResponsAble Solution, it is about debt, it is about cash flow, it is about money, it's about growth and development internally. It's also that spiritual impact. You know, forever debt free is forever, which means eternity, which means this ministry is not just about earthly debt, it's about eternal debt. And I love that, because I know that whatever we do, if we ask for God to order our steps and make it work, it's going to work well. And if talking about God makes you uncomfortable, I get it. I wasn't always there either. But talking about debt, being burdened, having unfulfillment, discontent, and irritability, that's not comfortable either. But if I can help you eliminate your debt, help you change the trajectory for you and your family, you might be able to have a financial sabbatical season where you get reprieve from the burdens that money brings. Then you can step back, reflect, and move forward in a responsible way. That's the beauty. And listen, I love what I get to do every day. I love that I get to live it. I love that I get to eat, breathe, and sleep this. I love that everybody I meet gets to benefit from the information that's been given to me. So the ResponsAble Solution is here for you. If you find this information valuable, I hope you pass it on. I look forward to hopefully having a conversation with you one day. I hope you receive every blessing that God has designed for you and your family. And I hope you have a great day. God bless you.